When you have as much experience as I do buying houses, there's certain things you want to look for. Like, for example, is there a foundation? Siding, condition of the siding, condition of the soffit. What kind of layout is the property? Are you on a busy street? You've got all these different factors, and after looking at this one, I think that this is a good candidate. Well, we looked at the house earlier and determined it was a good candidate for renovation. So, I went right down to the realtor's office and bought it. We're ready to get started on renovations. Let's go inside and check it out.
Taking a step inside the house, Zach notices that this property has a lot more problems with it than meets the eye. This isn't his first rodeo, however, and he knows it's going to take a lot of money, effort, work, and time to get this property up and running. The one problem is, Zach and his team are running against the clock, with only 1 week until he's got to have it up on the market. Without a moment of hesitation, Zach assesses what needs to be done and formulates a plan of action. But will it be enough? Will he be able to complete this Herculean effort in time? It's the start of day 2 and work has begun. Zach and Kevin have jumped right into the action, but Pablo and his assistants are nowhere to be found. Starting off simple, the stairways are secured, fixtures, outlets, and switches are stripped and replaced as needed, and the garbage is removed in preparation for the real work to begin.
Things are going, really well, and I'm feeling really good about things. They're definitely going really well. It sucks that Pablo's guys got deported. But hey, that's what happens when you're here illegally. Eventually they're going to catch up with you and deport you. So, now it's just down to me and Kevin.
Day 3 has commenced, and with preliminary work out of the way, we catch up with Pablo to see how things are going on his end.
I agreed to help Zach, and I had a couple of friends of mine to come help me also, and Zach won't give me the fucking address, so I can't bring my guys there, and in turn he just thinks we've all been deported.
With an obvious communication breakdown, Zach and Kevin continue work on the house in a desperate bid to finish by the end of the week. But without Pablo and his workers, will it be enough? When things seemed bad, Zach made a point of bringing this up.
Sometimes I like to sneak away from the job, say I'm going to get my guys lunch, and I come sit down for a nice meal, and then I bring back McDonald's for the guys, and I just tell them that I ate mine already. They never know. Kevin, I'm gonna cut this room in.
Yeah, that's cool.
Can you just bring it out into that room, please? I'm gonna take the doorknob off of that. Just prop it up against the built-in for now, please. You're doing it all wrong. How many times did I tell you how to wash out the cups? And every time you do it incorrectly.
With tempers coming to a boiling point last night, the beginning of day 4 may be a rough one for the team.
Ah, shit. Alright, Kevin's here.
As Kevin arrives for the day, Zach makes a hasty advance towards him to continue what started off the night before. But without oversight from Pablo, will things stay on track for the day?
Kevin, how many times did I tell you to make sure you clean the paintbrushes? You know, I'm not made of money. You know, the paintbrushes, you leave them on the floor, you make a mess. You know, I just can't have this.
Yeah, I don't really like working for Zach. I kind of just put up with him. He pays me like $100 an hour. I don't know if he knows or not. Well, that's why I come around.
Yeah, we're just enjoying a lunch break. I only treat my crew to the best lunch, McDonald's. We like McDonald's.
After a bit of painting and a brief lunch break, Kevin returns to work. However, his attitude has changed from that of quiet stoicism to quiet disdain. Will this come back to haunt the renovation? Only time will tell.
Yeah, I don't know. 800 credit score really isn't good enough for this apartment. Yeah, it's I find it's just so important to vet your tenants, you know, as well as possible. And income, you got to make at least $175,000 a year. You know, just get a lot of people, get their hopes up, get a lot of people really interested, and then I like to just keep them waiting as long as possible. You posted about the downstairs, but I find that you know, people react best to this method, and I have a lot of experience doing this. So,
As the sun sets on day 4, Zach heads home with a lot to think about.
yeah, I locked my keys in my car again.
It's make or break time as the team enters day 5. With Pablo still MIA, renovations on the bathroom and utilities begin. With the job slowly living up to Zach's nickname, the choice of help is now slim pickings, and Zach must now really get his hands dirty if he's going to make the deadline.
This is the Zach cam. I'm here at Home Depot, just getting something none of my employees would ever possibly be able to get anything like this. I'm just selecting door stops. It's just, everyone that is working for me is just so incompetent. Sometimes you just gotta do this stuff yourself. Update, those were not actually door stops, but these are door stops. So, cutting corners here, so you have to work harder. Right. Yep, so welcome. This is my office. This is where we crunch all the numbers. You know, you see I have everything all laid out here, very organized, to really make sure that we have all our paperwork in order. Oh, hang on 1 second. Hello?
Hi, Zach. This is Ramon, your trusted financial advisor. How are we doing?
Good. How are you, Ramon?
Good, good. Listen, young Zach, I got a problem. We got to talk about your crippling debt here. You're just hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. You know, $600,000, $700,000, $800,000. This is just an absolute nightmare here. And when I was going through that, I just thought you have a tremendous overpayment to your employees. I mean, it's just just absolutely tremendous.
No. That's impossible. These are laborers. They have no skills. There's no way that I'm overpaying them at all. So impossible.
But you know, the other thing I saw is that you've got this crippling gambling debt here. What's going on with that?
I don't know if I'd really call it gambling. I mean, I have a system. I'm sort of like a mathematician.
Well, Zach, Ramon is your trusted financial advisor with the fiduciary duty to look out to your financial interests. I don't think the system's working. Ramon does not think the system's working. So you're going to have to fix that.
Once this house is done, it's going to be making me $2,000 a month. I mean, so that, $700,000 in debt will be paid off, like, basically in no time. I don't...
Zach, Ramon does not agree to that. Ramon thinks that that's not enough. You've got to get back in black ASAP, like AC/DC style.
Well, is there anything else we could do, really, to get back in a profitable, range?
Gotta cut out the gambling.
Whatever.
We're down to the wire with only 1 day before the house enters the market. The team scrambles to complete work, but one is not feeling the joy.
So the original idea was to team up with Zach and rebuild houses, do flips and stuff, and I secured all the connections. I got a lot of people did a lot of favors for me, and it almost seems like he's taking me for granted. And anytime financial things get involved, he I don't know what the fuck he does with the money. So it is what it is, and he's unfortunately he's gonna go down the hard way, and I'm probably gonna go down with him.
Yeah, the house is coming along pretty well. We're pretty much running right on schedule. Got the crew, the crew's working hard. I just found out that my cat has feline AIDS, so I'm just dealing with that. And it's just a lot to be renovating, a halfway house and having a cat with feline AIDS. So, we're just figuring things out as we go along.
With Kevin arriving early to get his work done faster, the team runs into a major and possibly dangerous speed bump. Large Tony, the collection agent for Big Papa Paulie, has arrived to give Zach a warning to pay back his outstanding loan owed to them. Things are looking bleak for the team, and it looks like all that can save them now is completing the flip. Upon Tony's departure, Zach takes his fear and frustration out on his team.
Did you see where I put those door stops? God fucking damn it. There's only one solution. A transient person probably stole them. God fucking damn it, man. Yeah. Here they are. We've been having a lot of problems with transient people breaking in and stealing things, but luckily not this time. Bad neighborhood.
It's been a long day, but the end is in sight, and Zach looks forward to a relaxing evening and finishing this house once and for all. Day 7. The final day has arrived, and what many thought was impossible has been achieved. What started out as a dilapidated, disgusting, rinky-dink house is now just a rinky-dink one. With a week's worth of work, Zach comes in alone to add the final touch and to say his goodbyes.
Well, the job's done. And time to put the finishing touches on. Piece of shit. Fucking piece of shit. completes the renovation, and yep. Hard day's work. Smile, dream, laugh.
Who put that door there?